Hey guys, and happy Saturday. Today I have two very simple but very cute DIYs for you. And everything is pretty much Dollar Tree items. So first thing you're going to need is these two pencil holders from the Crafter Square in the Dollar Tree I said that backwards. In the Crafter Square section at Dollar Tree. So you're just going to start off and you're going to remove the labels, just, because I don't like having labels on stuff. But you can leave them on if you want to, I guess. And then you're going to need some Waverly white chalk paint or white acrylic paint, or actually whatever color paint you want to use for these. I went with white because I have a vase that I made that kind of matches this, so I kind of wanted something to complement that. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this a few coats until all that wood is covered up. And then I'm going to use some Waverly Antique Wax. Again, you can use whatever color you want. You can use some brown paint and water it down to use that as stain. Or you can leave it as, as is. You don't have to stain it. You can leave it the natural wood color. That would look cute too. And I'm just going to go ahead and give this a coat of the Waverly Wax paint, and then I'm going to wipe off any of the excess and kind of use the towel or the paper towel just to kind of cover up any pieces that I didn't, cover up. It'll be enough on the paper towel to kind of cover up those pieces. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take whichever way you want to do it. You can put the white on the bottom or the brown on the bottom. Either way, you're just going to take one, put it on top of the other, and you're going to hot glue them on top of each other. Now I use the what is this, the Gorilla hot glue sticks, and they work perfectly. If you wanted something even more permanent, you can obviously use wood glue or E6000 or super glue or whatever you choose. But this Gorilla glue stick, these Gorilla glue sticks work great. I never really have any problems with them, so that's what I always use. So then the next thing that I'm going to be using is this faux leather ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I wasn't sure whether I wanted to use the black or this, I don't know, it's not, I guess that's camel. I don't know, whatever color this brown one is. And I went with the black. I didn't really like how the brown looks, so I just went ahead and measured out a piece of the black. And I was trying to cover up the seam where the white and the brown, where the two pencil holders met. So I just went ahead and measured it out, cut a piece, and then I just used hot glue and glued it down. Of course, again, you can use whatever you want. If you want, you can actually use like double-sided tape, and the Dollar Tree sells that. And the one that's in the Crafter's Square section works really, really well. But like I said, the hot glue for this one worked just fine. And I just went and did like an inch and a half, and then I, stuck the ribbon down, and then I just went all the way around like that. Then I went ahead and got these thumbtacks from the Dollar Tree as well. And they have different colors. You can get white, gold, or silver, I believe. I just went with the silver, and I went around every like inch and a half, I guess, and I just stuck one into the leather like that to make it, to give it a little bit of an embellishment. And they go in really, really easily. This wood is really soft, so it just went right in. And then once I'm done, I just got some of my flowers that I also got from Dollar Tree, and I put them in there. And I mean, you can use them as a vase, or you can use them for whatever, whatever you want. But I thought they came out nice, and this is what it looks like when it's all done. My flowers are a little lopsided there, but that's okay. So today I am part of the Bonded by DIY collab that is hosted by MomDas Life Handmade. And we're also joined by DIY Savvy Mommy. And I am so excited. I was honored that she, invited me into this collaboration. So I will have all their information in the description box so you can go check them out. Be sure to let them know that I sent you. And if you're coming over here from the playlist, welcome. And thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're so inclined, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button and let me know which one of these DIYs was your favorite. So for my next DIY, we're going to be using one of these little bulb terrariums, or I guess that's what it's called. It's a terrarium. And I got this at the Dollar Tree a few months ago, a couple months ago. And then I'm going to be using this lid that I got from like a little gift box from the Dollar Tree. And I just removed like the little inside cardboard ring that it has there. And guys, don't do what I did. I was trying to get this this hanger off of this terrarium, and I don't know. I didn't know what I know now. And I mean, I was trying to get this little piece of jute twine out, and then I was just going to leave it in there. And I was like, no, let me give it one last effort, you know, to kind of push it through. Guys, I didn't know the top of this thing twisted off. So once you twist it off, jute twine comes right off. So don't be like me. Untwist the lid and take the jute twine off if you don't want it there. So then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out a little circle in the middle. Well, kind of the middle. I didn't measure it out very well, but it's okay. It looks fine. But you're going to try and find the middle, and you're going to measure out a circle, and then you're just going to cut out a circle, a circle, not a circle, a circle right in the middle of the lid. And it needs to be big enough to fit the bottom or the top of the terrarium. Well, it's going to be the bottom now. So you're just going to go ahead and cut out that circle. And you can, if you don't have like an X-Acto knife, you can poke a hole through it and then use your scissors and cut the circle that way, or use a knife. But I would, if you have an X-Acto knife, that'd probably work out the best. So then you're just going to cut out that middle part, make sure that it fits the bottom of that terrarium piece there. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to hot glue it to the lid, so that turns into a base for the terrarium. Now I was trying to figure out what the best way to do, the best way was to do this, so I just decided to go ahead and sit the terrarium on its top, I guess technically, and then hot glue the lid to that. And I almost did it upside down, so don't do that. I don't know what I was thinking this day. I think I was tired. It was a long day, and it was probably like 1, 2 in the morning per usual when I was doing this. So just make sure that you put that on there the right way. And then I went ahead, put a ring of hot glue on the bottom of the terrarium stand, and then I put another ring underneath it just to make sure that it holds and, everything stays in place. Then you just want to let it set for a minute. I turned it over just to make sure that it was even, but just make sure you let it set. Make sure that hot glue, hardens a little bit. And then once you're done doing that, you can decorate it however you want. I went ahead and I used some rocks that I had gotten from, where would I get them? From Target Dollar Spot, or whatever you want to call it. I know they called it the Bullseye Playground. I've called it the Target Dollar Spot for years, so that's what I call it. So you can take some, I used rocks, but obviously, like I said, you can use whatever you want. And it took me a few tries. I wanted I put a piece of succulent that I got from the Dollar Tree in there, and it had a very long stem, and I wanted that, but I wanted to make sure that the stem went all the way down. Again, I was tired. I was a little bit slow this day. I put the rocks in there instead of putting the succulent in there first and filling it with the rocks afterwards. Again, hindsight, put the succulent in there first. Unless it doesn't have a pick, then I guess it doesn't really matter. But this one had a long pick, so, I was supposed to put that in there first and then put the rocks in around it. Again, I'm showing you the process because I'm human, and I, go through these processes, and sometimes I do them right. Sometimes I do them wrong. It is what it is. Here I am being human, and I thought about it. I'm like, okay, wait, let me put this in there first and then put the rocks around it. Again, then I lifted it up, putting the rocks in there. The stem wasn't all the way down, so I had to redo it. I did this a couple of times until I got it right. Whatever. I'm human. It happens. So learn from my mistakes. Put the succulent in there. Put the rocks in afterwards. You don't have to lift it up. Just lift the petals and kind of shove them in there after the succulent is in there. But I mean, whatever you put in there, if you want to put a flower in there, you know, whatever you put in there, it's going to look great. It's really, really cute, and I love these little planter terrarium, whatever you want to call them. So I just put some rocks along the bottom of the base, and that's how I left it. Guys, you can color the base, you can leave it as is. I left mine blue, and once I put the rocks on there, I really like the way it turned out. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be blessed and be the reason someone smiles. Bye.